Hello again, everybody. This is Ed with another episode of Call Me Mr. Broadstreet. I figured this week I would go ahead and tackle building the McCartney set list, as well as some thoughts on the Got Back tour. Now, full disclosure, I, at least so far, as of the filming of this, I will not be seeing Paul in this tour, but I hope people who are having a great time. I know Tom from Two Legs, as I'm taping this, you went and saw him. It was fantastic. Ruth, I think you're out there. I think you have tickets as well. So just wanted to kind of, a couple shout outs. I know other folks have described the tour. It was a really joyous occasion. I'm glad Paul, near the age of 80, is still out there touring. It's really great, really fantastic. And as you see from the beginning of the video, the photos, of course, I've got this little item right here. Paul McCartney, Never Stop Doing What You Love. This was released around or just right after the 2005 tour. Actually, scratch that. I think it was released with the 2005 US tour that I did get to see him on. I don't remember picking this up during the tour. I think it may have been shortly after that I picked it up. It's really a studio compilation. I would put it as a good to great studio compilation, and it's not really quite a formal review because there's other compilations with these songs and more on them. But, it has some really nice tracks on it. Another Day, With a Little Luck, Take It Away, No More Lonely Nights, Once Upon a Long Ago on this CD, The World Tonight, Bluebird, Calico Skies. So good range of tracks. These 15 tracks actually would make part of a good set list. But as I was thinking this week, I'm offering my thoughts on the Got Back tour set list. I'll be sharing that via the magic of screen capture. And I've come up with sort of my own dream McCartney set list. Now, this is not really a hardcore set list. This is more of a general, let's say, for instance, Paul came to me and said, okay, what would be your ideas for a good mainstream set list covering my career? Well, first of all, I'd probably flip out and faint on the floor. Then after recovering, I'd ask him for a couple selfies and an autograph on some Broad Street memorabilia. Then I would proceed doing the set list for the tour, which would be absolutely great. So I'll go ahead and share with it via the voiceover and screen capture, and then I'll come back with some final thoughts after that. So I'll see everybody very shortly. Alright, everybody. Well, as you can see from the home screen right here, of course I've got a nice little scene from Give My Regards to Broad Street as my screensaver. This is on the laptop that I'm usually editing on. So with the magic of screen capture, I'm hoping to be able to convey the set list. What I'm first going to do is just bring up the current set list, which is right here. So as we can see, we got the Paul McCartney Got Back tour set list. Just kind of running through the set list itself. Can't Buy Me Love, Junior's Farm, Letting Go, Got to Get You Into My Life, Come On to Me, that's from the Dominoes, excuse me, that's from Egypt Station. Let Me Roll It off of Band on the Run. We got the Beatles song Getting Better. Track number 8 is Women Are Wives or Let 'Em In. My Valentine from Kisses on the Bottom. 1985 from Band on the Run. Maybe I'm Amazed from Paul's first album. I've Just Seen a Face from the Beatles, In Spite of All the Danger from the Quarrymen, back in 1958, I believe. Got the Beatles classic Love Me Do. Got Dance Tonight from Memory Almost Full back in 2007. I've got Blackbird from the 1968 White Album. Here Today is from the Tug of War album from 1982. Let's see, Queenie Eye, that's from the new album back in 2013, which is no longer the new album. Lady Madonna from the Beatles. Fuh You from Egypt Station. Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite from the Beatles. Something is the George Harrison tribute that Paul's been doing on the tour. And then a couple Beatles classics, of course. Obla Di, Obla Da, You Never Give Me Your Money. She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, Get Back. Got Band on the Run from the same album title name. Let It Be from the Beatles. Live and Let Die from Paul's solo career back in 1973. Also, we've got Hey Jude from the Beatles. I've Got a Feeling, which is a virtual duet with John Lennon, which looks kind of cool. I've seen a lot of folks posting that. You've got Birthday, Helter Skelter, Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight in the End. Those are all Beatles classics, of course. That's without question, without doubt. Now, this is what I would do if I'm going to go ahead and do a Beatles set of my own here. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up on the screen right here, so just give me 1 second. Bear with me with this technology right here. So you can see, this is kind of where I'm constructing a Beatles tour set list. So the objective here for me is basically I want to get Paul's entire career. And I think some songs that he hasn't really played before. So I just want to make sure that, I'm getting the whole gamut myself. And it is kind of more of a mainstream set list. As I said before in my intro, I would want to have it where I do a hardcore set list, and I will do one at some point. But these are my thoughts. I know a lot of people have said the Got Back tour, they're enjoying it. Look, I'm glad that Paul is doing it at nearly the age of 80. Remember, they made a big deal of him at the age of 50 going out on tour. So, just imagine. No pun intended. But here we go, and I figured it'd be good to kind of put these side by side. This way you're getting an idea of kind of where I'm taking some clues from the current tour, but I'm deviating as well. Again, just to get an idea of Paul's entire career, which I think would satisfy a whole bunch of different fans out there, in my view. And feel free to send feedback in the comments as well. So on the right, we've got my tour set list, sort of my dream set list at this moment. Some of it could change if you were to ask me another day. Not to quote the Paul song, but this is kind of what I came up with as of right now as I was really thinking about this. So track number 1 is Slidin'. That's from the McCartney 3 album. Again, I think it's good that just like what Paul did in the 1989-1990 World Tour when he started off with Figure of 8, hey, start off with your newest clip. Here's my newest one. There we go. We're good to go. We've got it all set. Second is Take It Away from Tug of War in 1982. Third is No More Lonely Nights from Give My Regards to Broad Street in 1984, also released as a single. Again, one of my favorite songs, and you're kind of getting it within the first 3, so people are staying. But wait, before you think they're going to try to hit the bathroom, oh wait, Magical Mystery Tour comes right after that, the Beatles classic, and that's been played on recent tours as well. It gives a clue to the audience, hey, you're going to get your Beatles stuff too. Don't get us wrong. Number 5 would be Get Back. I think, that would be a good follow-up to Magical Mystery Tour. You're really getting the crowd invested into the concert. Number 6 is Dominoes. That's from Egypt Station, and I think that's the best track on Egypt Station in my view. So again, you're getting a somewhat current album. Track number 7 is With a Little Luck. That's off of London Town in 1978. I don't know whether I do the full album version or whether I just do the single version. Maybe the single version in this case, but hey, you're finally getting a song, from London Town that's actually being played. Track number 8, okay, Band on the Run. I picked this because it kind of unites a lot of the different tours, and yes, a lot of the more casual fans, you'll know the song, you'll love the song. It's there. We've got it in the tour. That's no problem. Track number 9, I think we have a little bit of fun with this. Say, Say, Say is from Pipes of Peace back in 1983. Number 1 hit for Paul and Michael Jackson when they did the duet on that. Number 10 is Spies Like Us. That was from the 1985 single release. Made it to number 7 on the US charts, so I think it would go down pretty well. It's a fun 80s song as well. We're kind of in a little bit of a party mood. Okay. And then next we get Let It Be. All right, we're going back to a Beatles classic now. We've got the crowd kind of invested. If you're not as hip on the 80s stuff, it's more of a stay tuned. Hey, we've got the Beatles stuff right here. Track number 12, Blackbird, again, from the 1968 White Album. Track number 13, I'll Follow the Sun. It's kind of an early Beatles classic. I'm trying to remember the album offhand. Probably Beatles for Sale, I want to say. But then we follow up with track number 14, Daytime, Nighttime Suffering. That was a single by Wings back in 1979, around the Back to the Egg era. Not included on Back to the Egg, but a really great song, and it would get its debut here on the Imaginary Tour. Track number 15, I've Had Enough. That's from London Town, 1978. Great little deep track, great little rocker. I think would really pull people in as well. Track number 16, I know that would be a little bit of a, I don't know if it's controversial, if it's the term you want to use, but What Is Life? That's the George tribute. I think it'd be interesting for Paul to take on that song in place of All Things Must Pass, which he already did for the concert for George back in 2002, or something. He's doing that as the George tribute. And both of those are George lead vocals anyways, so I think What Is Life might actually be an interesting choice in this case if I were directing the tour set list. Track number 17 is I Can Bet. Now, this is a track off the new album from 2013, which is no longer the new album, but I think it's the strongest track, and again, it gives people a chance to hear something catchy, and it is from a recent album. This is where I'm getting rid of Queenie Eye from his current set list and inserting something else. Track number 18 is Yesterday. That's the Beatles classic, of course, everybody. You want to hear that? Okay, it's here in this imaginary mainstream tour set list. Track number 19, Uncle Albert and Admiral Halsey. So again, you're getting a track that's never been played live before, and very great early Paul track from 1971, right before Wings. Track number 20, Good Day Sunshine from Revolver, 1966. Okay, you're getting a Beatles classic here again. Track number 21, My Brave Face. That's from Flowers in the Dirt in 1989. I would bring it back for this tour. It's a very strong track, and I think it deserves to be heard again by the public at large. Track number 22 is Good Night Tonight. Again, released around the time of Back to the Egg. Not taken directly from Back to the Egg, but again, just a nice upbeat track, I think. Kind of segueing into Letting Go. This is the one I kept from the current tour, but of course I'm putting it in a little bit of a different order here. Letting Go's from 1975 Venus and Mars album. Track number 24, this was another co-write besides My Brave Face with Paul and Elvis Costello. And again, you're getting this 1987 track, really good rocker. It's a shame it's never been played live, so again, in my perfect set list, hey, you're getting this track as a live debut anywhere on any McCartney tour. Now, from here on out, this is kind of where I'm keeping a lot of the same things from the current tour. So as I'm scrolling between the two right here, I'm going to go down just a little bit. There we go. So you can see the comparison between the two right here. So again, we've just left Back on My Feet. Track number 25, you get Birthday. That's from the White Album. Okay, it's a Beatles classic. Track number 26, Can't Buy Me Love, another Beatles classic. Both of those are on the current tour. I'm just switching the running order for this imaginary tour. Track number 27, Dance Tonight. Again, from the current tour. I'm just switching the order here. That's from Memory Almost Full in 2007. Track number 28, I Resurrect Things We Said Today. That's a Beatles classic. I would prefer that they performed it a little bit more like the 1990 version with a little bit of extra guitar flourish, but either way would be fine. Track number 29, we get My Valentine. That seems to be a sentimental favorite from Paul, 2012 Kisses on the Bottom album, so he wrote it for Nancy. It gets its place in the sun here. And again, for the rest of the concert, there's really a lot of similarities between the current tour and this imaginary tour. Again, I'm just trying to balance it out between all the different types of fans that would want to see a Paul concert. We're getting Hey Jude, same as the other right here. I've got a feeling that virtual duet with John, I would keep that. Track number 32, I put here today as the John tribute. So you get the John duet, a nice John tribute. And then for the rest of it, again, you're getting the same ending as the current tour. Helter Skelter, a rocking track. Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight in the End, from the end of Abbey Road. And I think that would make a really good tour set list here. Again, I think these tracks right here, the ones that I'm highlighting, you're getting the 36 tracks, but not only are you getting the 36 tracks, you're getting a good variety throughout Paul's entire career. So those are just my thoughts. I would love it if he did a tour set list like this. Again, I hope people are having fun as you're seeing him on tour. If I got the chance to see him, of course, I'd enjoy it. Hey, that wouldn't be a problem. You know, I suppose the set list concerns would go out the window if I'm seeing the concert in person, but you know, I think being a little bit more adventurous with the tour set list and really covering the entire career would just be icing on the cake. I think it'd be really nice to see. I would hope that Paul would do this one day. You never know, but that's just it. So we'll go ahead and get back to the outro, no pun intended. And there we go. You get a nice little view of my home screen one more time here. But let's get back to that outro. All right, and I'm back, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed some of my thoughts on the set list itself. Again, as I stated in the intro and throughout the video, these are just songs that I think would make a good kind of mainstream career-encompassing set list if Paul was to follow it. Just again, it satisfies, I think, some of the hardcore fans out there like myself, and some folks out there, you might be a more casual fan that would kind of satisfy both worlds. I am going to follow up with a more hardcore set list in the future. That's kind of been bounced around. I know I've seen it on, I think, Talk More Talk, Two Legs, other channels I'm sure have gone into this as a topic, and I wouldn't mind tackling it myself. Sort of the hardcore set list would be the idea that Paul would advertise it. No Beatles songs, just something very hardcore for the fans. That's an idea I'm working on. Also working on the next proper review. May go ahead and revisit a couple of different albums that I did earlier without the editing software. So that's it for now. I hope everybody's staying safe and cool. I know it's kind of gone from, at least here in the Northeast, it's gone from kind of freezing to just like summer overnight is what it feels like. So the air conditioner is definitely getting a good workout. But I hope everybody's staying safe out there. If you're enjoying the channel, I appreciate all the support, all the comments. Please make sure to just leave a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I will see everybody on the next review. And like I said, until then, just take care and be safe. Bye.